Welcome to the shop. If you are like me, you're searching the web and YouTube right now for a solution on how to fix your Champion generator. If you have a Champion generator model number 46539, I may have the solution. I've spent countless hours trying to fix my generator and searching the web, searching YouTube, and today I finally fixed it, okay? The problems that I was having was at the very beginning when I first started having a problem. I'll be running the generator for about 20 minutes, putting a load on it from power tools and stuff, and then it would just stall out on me. And every time I tried to restart it, it would just immediately stall out. Let it sit for a couple hours. I would be able to use it for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then again the cycle would start happening. It would just stall right out until it got to the point that I would be able to start it up, run it for as long as I wanted it to, but soon as I put a load on it, it started that cycle that it would not start up any longer besides that first initial start. As soon as you put the load on, so it was useless. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. So I went on YouTube and I searched the problem. I searched on the web. I found a great YouTube channel that a gentleman showed us basically how to clean the carburetor. And to my amazement, he was having the similar problem. I followed his steps. It went very easy. I cleaned the injector. He showed me how to take the injector out. I cleaned it all up. I was able to reassemble it with no issues, okay? Only problem I had was that there was a spring that popped out. Wasn't sure where it went. I think I put it back correctly in the carburetor. And from there, I went ahead and started the generator up. And then it was the same problem over and over. It would just start up and die, start up and die, okay? It wouldn't even still let me get to the point. It was just like it was before I disassembled the carburetor and cleaned it all up, okay? So that did not work. So that must have been not the problem, but it didn't hurt anything because it was a little bit dirty, the carburetor. So that brought me to the point that I cleaned everything up. I already done this in the past when I first started looking up issues. It has a low oil sensor, and if it thinks you're low on oil, it'll cut the machine off. I did do an oil change, cleaned it all up, got the oil out, put new fresh oil in. I just gave it an oil change not too long ago, so the oil was looked very clean. I made sure I filled it right to the threads. I knew that the oil level was correct. So at this point, I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on. Earlier in my troubleshooting, I did find a YouTube video that this kid said there's a disconnect. You just disconnect, and that basically will shut off the low oil sensor. So I believe I had the right stuff. I disconnected it, and that didn't work as well. Well, today I came out, gave it one more shot. I looked, I searched everywhere on the internet, and now I found a spot on the internet that said this is a wire you should disconnect if you're having a problem like this. So I went under there and I searched for the wire, and I couldn't find the wire they were talking about, but I did find a wire. And it wasn't towards the junction of wires that had the quick connect. This was just a single wire, and I was able to pop it apart. I started up the engine and ran it for 15 minutes straight as recommended. Now they tell me after running it, go ahead and put that wire back together and it should work. Now I'm not sure. One problem is when I disconnected that wire, I was unable to shut the generator off by using the kill switch. I had to actually, I cut the gas line, shut the gas line off, but that takes so long, so I just choked it out. So I was able to shut it down. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the line that they showed me. A lot of problems when you go on the YouTube videos and you go on the line and you look up your model, they show you similar models. So you don't get, like when I did the carb cleaning, it's not the same exact model. So that's why I probably had the problem with the spring popping out and this guy didn't. So if you have this model, one of the things that I just suggested, and I'll put a link to the guy that shows you how to clean your carburetor, because it's very similar. Just be careful of that spring if you have my model, and you probably will be able to get your generator going again. But you have to be a little bit mechanically inclined. It's not too difficult, but you're going to get your hands dirty, and you got to remember how to put the thing back together. Okay? This is the wire. It's connected with this quick connect. I put electrical tape to hold it in place, because what happened when I first started it up, this was touching the starter and I was getting an arc. So I moved it over here and I taped it down while I ran it for 15 minutes. Now I'm going to take the electrical tape off and I'm going to start the generator back up. Okay, that did pop in there. Let's see if it'll start and stay running, okay? It looks like that fixed it, okay? It would have choked out by now, or it would have died by now. If so, that what I found on the internet worked. Okay, let me shut it off. Let me see if the on and off button works now, because it wasn't working with that wire disconnected. So pretty happy. So this is the quick connect I thought they were referring to, and I believe that is what the kid did in the YouTube video that I watched prior to finding out that they want the one it's this black one. Now it runs up into the same box with all this wiring, but it's mounted right there. Right there, it stops right there. It's got a quick connect and runs up into the box. That's the wire that helped me fix my generator. I'm not sure what it does, but you disconnect it, let it run for 15 minutes, choke out the motor because the on and off switch don't work anymore, and then just go ahead and reconnect it, and the generator is now running. I'm going to go ahead, hook it up, put a load on it, and see if it'll take a load. I know this bench grinder will definitely kill the generator if it's still having that issue. So this is good. The bench grinder is going. I know the bench grinder would have shut off the generator when it hit the load from the bench grinder, because it has. That's how I tested it before. So I know it's working. So that's very good. I'm gonna shut the grinder off. And actually, I got this generator comes with a remote. Let's see if the remote still works. See that red light just what is that red light has to do with the remote? Hey, I gotta clean this place out. Okay, looks like The generator is 100% completely fixed. Very happy about that. I might bring that back up to Vermont with me to the cabin and bring home the Predator for an oil change. This because the little remote will be so great at night. I could turn it on and turn it off. Anyway, so it seems like I fixed it. It's now 100%, no problems. I hope this video helps someone out there like me that just could not figure this out and had a generator that didn't work.